last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and it seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. The Kings getting the bucket. Randolph kicks to Barnes. Back to Randolph. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Chalmers against Rondo. Here's Koufos, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Memphis.
And really, the Grizzlies might have dropped to 5th in their West in the final week, but they were near the top for most of last season. Often could be found in that 2 spot.
The Grizzlies did slip late in the West, Greg, as you said. Still, you know, Clark, 35-17. That record in the conference was 3rd best.
And even more impressive was the fact that the Grizzlies played their best when playing the other top teams. They went 16-11 against the other Western Conference playoff teams.
Count that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Randolph.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap.
Now here's Rondo. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 6 to shoot. Game. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Chalmers dishes to Anderson. Feeds it to Allen. To the paint, and stolen by Koufos. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Got a chance here to check out how the Kings ranked in the NBA last season, Kevin. 6th in second chance points, 9th in rebounding. And also, they were in the top 10 when it came to fast break points. I mean, they weren't afraid to play the game at a fast pace and run a little bit.
Yeah, but you mentioned the second chance points. I mean, you love that determination, and really they just give great effort on every play, always in hustle mode.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Quincy Acey's checked in for Koufos. Bellinelli comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's Collison, following the miss by Zach Randolph. A drive by Collison. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. Randolph grabs the board. Randolph's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Chalmers passes to Allen. Memphis moving it around. Takes it from 10, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Zach Randolph getting up there in his mid-30s, but his game has never been based on explosiveness. So it's all about strength, skill, and craft when you talk about Z-Bo, and he's aging gracefully.
And Randolph Clark can struggle in matchups against quicker power forwards or those spread forwards.
Yeah, but even though he struggles on the perimeter against those guys, he punishes them when he gets them inside in his operating area at the offensive end. Most big men have a hard time dealing with him in the paint.
Very good point. Now here's Collison. No good from Cousins.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Here's Anderson. Over in the corner, Barnes drains the 19-footer. Barnes has got 6 points.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Kings leading now by 4. Collison with it. He kicks it to Cousins. Over to the left wing. Tries again, and stolen by Barnes. One-on-one here. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Chalmers. And now just a 2-point Kings lead.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Now here's Cousins. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. Picked by Randolph. And Chalmers kicks to Randolph. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
In a league that's becoming more and more pick-and-roll oriented, Zach Randolph is more of a throwback, if you will. I mean, he likes to back his man down and battle for those offensive rebounds.
Oh, I love the power forward. Zach Randolph always seems to carve out space, the space he needs to play well.
Yeah, he's unorthodox but extremely gifted. A nice blend of physicality with high skill level, especially when you talk about shooting the ball.
And the Kings making a change here. Cauley Stein's checked in. Memphis also making some changes. Wright, he's checked in for Anderson. And Stevenson comes in for Barnes. And it's Mike Conley in for Allen.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And one thing about Mario Chalmers last season, he really had to play a different role. And it took him some time, Greg, to get used to.
Yeah, anytime your team loses a superstar like LeBron James, other guys get asked to do a little bit more. Mario was asked to be more of an aggressive scorer, a role that isn't so easy to jump into after 6 years of being that 4th or 5th option in the offense.
Second shot opportunity. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And checking out the numbers for Mike Conley. Good season for him last year. He was around 16 points per last year, 5 assists and 3 rebounds. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
And guys, they're finally getting the consistency they wanted to see from him. Look for that to continue.
And the second free throw, good.
You know, going back to Mario Chalmers last year, guys, I mean, having to take on more of a scoring role was tough for him. His field goal percentage dropped 50 points from the season before. His three-point percentage dropped even more. His assist numbers were down. Well, I bet you part of that was the fact LeBron was no longer there.
Boy, nice job by Collison to make that defender feel it.
Mario Chalmers. The second person, 13.
Sacramento making some changes. Butler comes in for Quincy Acey. And Curry subbed in for Darren Collison.
And on the topic of Chalmers, you know, he's a complimentary player. He can D up, he can hit the open three. He's been known to hit big shots, a solid finisher, and that is valuable. But when you ask him maybe to do a little too much, then you're not playing to his strengths.
Now here's Stevenson. 9 points in the game so far. Back to Wright. Clock at 4. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Cauley Stein's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Curry with him. Conley picks him up. There's a good screen. Curry kicks to Cauley Stein. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Anderson, he's checked in for Sacramento. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Here is Stevenson. 9 points last game out. Wright sets a screen for Stevenson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Stevenson's got 6 here in this quarter.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
To the left wing. Back to Curry. Cauley Stein with the screen for Curry. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
And really, Clark, that's the only way you're going to stop him. The defender was all over him with a hand right in his face.
And it's the Kings with the ball after Memphis gets the 3. The feed to Casper. Top of the key. And it comes off the front of the rim.
You know, not only is the game neck and neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the boards.
It's been brutal in terms of the physicality down low.
Now, here's Chalmers. 6 points for him. White dishes to Conley. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Stevenson can't hit.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
And I think it's fair to say last season was a bit of a transition year for the Kings. I mean, after firing Malone and the injuries to their stars, they just tried to build for the future, realizing that was going to be in their best interest.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. It was a rough year last year for fans in Sacramento, but they still come out here to fill up the stands, Greg, even with their team struggling.
Yeah, the new ownership, give them credit. Last year, the Kings marked an 8-year high in terms of attendance. Not bad for a team that really looked to be in the hunt for the postseason, but then just fell apart midway through.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Dave Yeager address his team. He was intent on running the offense through Stevenson. The coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
All right, Doris.
The Kings ended at 18-23 here at home. Not a terrible record for them given how their whole season went kind of up and down and inconsistent. They even had some home cooking in their favor as they were the second best team in free throw differential at home.
Now here's Conley.
Kings foul. That's his first personal foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line no matter the situation.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
Rudy Gay's checked in for Caron Butler. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth the whole way thus far.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Now here's Gay. He's got 11. The 3 from Anderson. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, a big thing for the Kings to look forward to is the opening of their new arena. They are still looking at opening the downtown arena in the fall of 2016, and Sacramento couldn't be any more excited.
Koufos with the block. And here's Rondo. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Nobody near Stevenson, and misses it off the right side of the rim. It'll count. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Kings lead by 2. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Caron, tell us a little bit about the philosophy and style of the team in terms of what's most important to its identity.
Defense, getting stops and, getting rebounds, limiting the second chance points and getting out of transition and getting into a flow ball game, and that's our style.
Caron, thank you for your time as always. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was a fast pace for Sacramento at the outset. Their lead at one point was up to 7, and they had some real nice momentum going. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
They're playing with a sense of urgency, even though they're at home. Sometimes you feel so comfortable on your home court, the other team can jump on you. But they know these fans have their back, and now they're well positioned to build a lead in the second half.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
They didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice shots. Those are some much needed points, and it keeps them right in the game. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get